Now we have been seeing, okay, as and when the transactions are happening. Now we have been seeing the example of one vegetable like this. If you imagine a departmental store, it will have thousands of products. Like that, a business will have thousands of lines of transactions. In fact, millions of lines of transactions. So if all these transactions are actually made tamper-proof and it is made real time, and there is a lot of traceability. If something is going wrong, we are able to go and find the root cause of what is that, and take corrective actions in a fraction of what it is actually is taking now. Imagine the power of the technology, that is blockchain. That's why, when we discussed about IBM food trust example, I was discussing about, it all started with one issue called an infected product, for which the traceability took weeks, but after implementing blockchain it took few seconds for them when they piloted and found that this technology has the power. Rather than doing a corrective action on that particular supplier, uh, you know it rather than going and disturbing the all suppliers to check if everybody is being not infected, the data gives the visibility about that particular supplier whose product has been infected. So that's the power of that. Now, coming to smart contracts. Now, you may assume that in a blockchain, this is the heart of blockchain. Now, if anyone has to, compare two blockchain solutions and say which one is better, first they would ask, how smart is the smart contract? Now, if you ask what smart contract is a business logic, or you may say on what basis the transaction is being approved, and on what basis the transactions are said valid, or transactions are said to be worth it, like that. Now these smart contracts are written through computer code, computer programs, and this is very critical in a blockchain. And businesses realize success out of implementing a technology, blockchain technology, depending on how good the smart contract is. So you must understand this concept very clearly. Smart contracts are designed to automate many of the costly and time consuming processes that slow down businesses down through preset business rules and terms. Imagine if I have to approve a supplier who is a vegetable supplier, I have to have certain conditions, that he should be certified. In case of United States, they have USDA certified farmers who are having the right level of quality and in terms of hygiene and maintenance in their farms. And if somebody is organic farmer, then they have their own certificate as well, like this. uh, Suppliers are decided by the companies based on different criteria, and these kind of checks and verifications can be quickly automated through blockchain, and this happens with less human intervention. And if the smart contract is written, and the technologies are available, as we discussed, Linux Foundation's Hyperledger project itself is a project that helps organizations to write smart contracts that will automatically go and verify if the information provided by the party is true. Imagine if I'm going to give you a number that says that I'm an organic farmer, this is my license for having organic farm with the license ID, my GPS location, that will automatically approve that this is a good vendor or this is a good supplier, and this is a really inorganic you know product supplier. So this way, there are many situations where a smart contract can keep away a human intervention and automate things for the good of business, purely based on the merit of the data and information, right? So while we develop a blockchain solution, the smart contract will be of prime importance, because that is going to decide if the blockchain solution is going to be of benefit or if it is not going to be of benefit for the company. It is much like implementing a cloud solution for a company. So there is a cloud solution. However, the way you architect the solution based on the requirements of the company will decide how many virtual machines you create for the organization based on the requirement, and all that will decide if the cloud solution is giving benefit for the organization in terms of security, in terms of managed infrastructure and all that. The same way, a smart contract will decide if a blockchain technology is of benefit for the company. So smart contracts are programs, and let me take you to another part that will give you a better idea of how smart contracts really work. Now imagine there are two parties. In this case, again, we'll go to the case of let's say the end customer is party 2, and the person who is actually doing the billing in the counter of the departmental store is party 1. Now there is a smart contract which is actually written at that particular point. A smart contract here, you may read it, which is like a statement. Smart contracts are computer programs that are stored on a blockchain and automatically execute when predetermined terms and conditions are met. Now, if you have to have the right to scan the QPR code of the product and understand where the product has come, first you have to buy the product. So then you have the luxury of enjoying the information about the product. So what happens is the QPR code gets activated once it is scanned by the person who builds the product on which the QPR code is there, and the bill is generated, and quickly a QPR code is activated for you to go and scan, and your mobile phone is also linked with the billing. So this whole logic of interaction between your mobile phone and the QPR code and the billing, all this is defined in the smart contract. So smart contract is the business logic at each and every. So you will find thousands of smart contracts written on different points of a business chain. So while you create a blockchain solution, your predominant time will be spent on how do you design this business logic and convert that into a smart contract. For this you use Hyperledger or Ethereum, and these smart contracts decide, okay, now I have now let me go to another example of the farmer and the transporter. Now the farmer is party 1, the transporter is party 2, and the transporter sees all the valid information about the farmer through the app. The farmer, the transporter is a human, however, the app collects all the information when it is interacting with the farmer's app, and finds it to be true, and it automatically creates an acceptance a challan or or a document that I am willing to receive this packet of potatoes or few packet of potatoes from you, and that is getting stored in a block, and these are getting stored inside the container or the truck, and the air conditioning machines have an IoT, and that sends signal to uh, the transporters app that this is the temperature at which these vegetables have been stored. So millions of transactions are getting stored in the blocks. Nothing can be changed, and the information that is inside the block are being converted into reports and dashboards, and relevant parties get to know the relevant information. Whoever should know, as I mentioned, if the quality person should know the quality, food quality related information, he gets to know whatever information about the time it took to travel, and what is the normal time that is being promised by the transporter, what is the difference, and what is the temperature, many aspects like that. So there are different people, those who are involved here, and all the distinct parties, people, or the group of people, you may all say they're all peers. Okay, they have dependencies on each other, they exchange information between each other. They're not single person, it is all a set of entities that are part of a blockchain solution. And people who are using those entities are people like us, the humans, who enjoy uh, seeing the dashboard and making decisions out of that. What to do next, which supplier has to be rewarded, which supplier has to be discussed for on improvement points, that he has to improve on these aspects, all that. So a blockchain's power is that uh, the stakeholders in the business chain enjoy the benefit of transparency, and the information is real and it cannot be tampered.